If you need to get 50 people through the door overnight, you're going to run a competition to win a year's worth of semi-private or group training and get the value on that. So if, for instance, you charge £100 a month, you get the option to the top prize is to win £1,200 worth of training in 2019, or they're going to start in January. You'll create a post, and in order to enter, you need to, one, comment in the comments below, me. You need to share the post, and then you need to reply to the message that we send you in your inbox. Then what you do is you attach what's referred to as a chat bot, and there's a company called ManyChat that do this. When people then comment with the word me or enter, you decide the word, your chat bot will send them an automatic message to say, Tim, thanks so much for entering our competition to win £1,200 worth of training next year. To finalize your entry, can you tell me why winning this would be important to you? Because then when people reply, they tell you explicitly why training will matter to them. That gives you a conversation to have further down the line. What I do then is I would boost that competition as a Facebook competition to the local area that you work in. And usually you'd expect to see somewhere between like 50 to 250 entries on this. What you do then is you draw your winner. You draw your winner about 3 or 4 days later. As long as the competition is vibrant and alive, draw the competition winner 2 or 3 days later. Of course, at this stage, what would have happened is you'd have had somewhere between 50 to 250 messages. And as soon as you've drawn your winner, go into your ManyChat dashboard, send a message out to say, Tim, I'm afraid you didn't win the competition, and I still think that there's a huge value in you training with us based on what you mentioned before in your previous message about why training mattered to you. I don't want to second guess what you would consider an appropriate runners-up prize. So you tell me, Tim, what would be an appropriate runner-up prize for you? Then they'll come back to you and they might say, I want 6 months free training. I want 3 months free training. People will try it on a little bit. But as long as you've got an appropriate runners-up mind in prize, what you're willing to give away, that might be first month half price, 3 months half price. It might well be that. Depends on your own cash flow situation. We offered 3 months half price. And overnight, we got 70 new leads in. Of that, I think we converted like 40 in the first week of 2018. Of those 40 that came in, I think we have, I've not checked the numbers today, but I think we've still got like 28, 29 of them. So that cost us to get 29 clients that have stayed with us the whole of 2018 now almost. It costs about £7 in a boosted post. And the individual time it took to reply to every message. If you need clients, it does mean that you have time. So if when you send out that message to say, why would winning matter to you? If somebody spills their guts and says, I've got no energy, I've not got my confidence back since I've had kids and all this kind of stuff, don't just say, well, thanks for your entry. I'll let you know if you've won later on. Have conversations, show people they matter, show people that what they want is important. Because then when you do send the runners-up message, there's a much bigger chance they're going to reply. And if they do reply to that and say, 3 months of half-price training sounds great, you still need to identify the original message. And when they come in, just say, hey, that message you sent to me saying that you wanted to get your confidence back, we're going to goal set on that now. And in these 3 months when you're paying half price, I want to make sure we're working really hard towards that. So there's a big disconnect between when people do these competitions sometimes and then what matters to the client is forgotten because you're so worried about converting them. If somebody gives you information, pertinent information about why they need to improve their health, that is all you need to know about how to coach that person. So make sure you do that. But that strategy, I mean, like I say, it worked for us. It worked for another gym about 15 miles away. It's worked for another gym like about a week ago. Try it, test it. If you need to get bums on seats, that's the fastest and cheapest way I've found to do it.
If you look at other industries, how this works, like the chef, Jamie Oliver, when he opens up one of his restaurants, what he does is he says, right, it's completely free food and drink for the first week. And what happens is there's this mass talk of the town, because it happened where I live, and people start queuing up for 8 hours to get a free £50 meal. They start queuing up at 9 in the morning and they don't get seated until 6 p.m. Or I'm just like, that's crazy. But what that does, it gets mass eyes and attention on his business. And plus it gives the business the opportunity to make sure that operations all works and there's no complaints and everything. If you look at another industry like IKEA, when they open up a store, they do the same thing. They launch and they say like the first person in line gets a free £20,000 kitchen. So people start camping out like 2 weeks before, because if you're second in line, third in line, you get a gift basically. And that basically creates mass surge of attention. And you want to do something similar in your fitness business. And I'm not saying give something away for free, but the way that you position it is more like a high-end golf club where basically you make one of the biggest drivers in marketing is scarcity. Like, why should I buy now versus next week when I get paid? And if you look at any high-end golf clubs, like it's a one in, one out scenario. Plus you have to pay like 10, 20, 30,000 deposit to even like go on the greens. And you want to adopt that like philosophy into your fitness business where you do a Facebook ad, a video, and you film the gym and you're like, hey, I've just signed the lease. Like, here's the contract. I'm super excited. Grand opening is in like 12 weeks, but there's one problem. We've only got space for 150 members. And this is unheard of in the fitness industry for a gym to close its doors. Most gyms will take anyone with a pulse and a wallet. We're not like that. We're the complete opposite. And there's a famous saying that goes, observe the masses and do the opposite. And if you really want to be successful in your marketing of your launch of your business, you need to do the opposite of what everyone else is doing. And creating that scarcity of saying there's only 150 memberships, I guarantee you'll get a lot of people inquiring, calling you up. There needs to be a call to action link where they can click and register to find out more information. As soon as they do that, you just call them and you'd say, hey, Tim, the gym doesn't open for another 8 weeks because we're in build out phase, but we only have 150 memberships available. 75 of those have gone. So what I would like to do is meet with you in the next 2 or 3 days to have a face-to-face consultation to find out more about what you want to achieve and give you the opportunity to secure a founding membership. And that word founding membership is super powerful. You say to them, hey, it's lifetime membership, and lifetime you can frame it what you want. So what I normally say is 3 years is what we classify as lifetime. And to get a lifetime membership, you pay up front. So, you know, if it's small group training or large group, you're probably looking at maybe 5 to 10 grand for a 3-year membership. If it's like one-on-one personal training where, you know, it's obviously a higher ticket price. But the reason that they would pay up front is because they get their name on the wall. If you have space, you could even have some of our clients in Canada where space is massive. They have founding member car parking spaces. So, like, again, it's status. They drive up to the gym, they park in front of the gym and the founding member. Their face is on the wall. Like, thank you to Jim Smith, founding member. And because they're a founding member, because they paid up front, you just throw in a massage a month. And obviously you don't do it. You outsource it to someone else, or it could be a spa treatment. It could just be like free supplements. I've got some here. It could be whatever. You just basically build out a package. And this is how the gyms that we work with have gone from zero in the bank to like 30,000 is the record before they've even opened the door, because you don't know how much is in my bank account. I don't know how much is in yours, and you don't know how much is in your clients. And I could have some savings. I could just have excess money. And if you position the offer right to me, I'm potentially going to invest and become a founding member in your gym. So I know that's a long answer to your question, but hopefully that was valuable.
It comes down to knowing who your target client is, knowing where they're at, and then building that trust, building a relationship, and positioning yourself as the expert in your area so that they feel that when the time's right, that you're the person to connect with and sit down and have a chat with to help them overcome the challenge that they're looking to overcome.